All right. Well, God is good.
Yes.
When you're not speaking, try to mute yourself and then because I'm hearing in the background,
What's that?
hearing noise in the background. All right. I am so happy to be back today. So happy to be back today. Let me record. All right. Well, we're going to get started. So glad to be back today with Mr. George Lopez here at the Empowered Lifestyle Network. Mr. Lopez, how are you doing today, sir?
Today's a great day.
Yes, it is. So, folks, we are here at the Empowered Lifestyle Network. This is our second episode of Empowered Lifestyle, and today I'm fortunate to have as my guest Mr. George Lopez, who is coming to us live from Virginia. Chesapeake, Virginia, and he's a pickleball coach, guys. But I want you to just introduce yourself to our audience, Mr. Lopez, and we're going to get started. Who also happens to be my amazing husband? So I'm going to just put it out there for those of you who's just watching our program for the first time. Very excited to work with my amazing husband. Who's just full of information and knowledge and just highly skilled. I'm telling you, really highly skilled. I'm fortunate and blessed to know you. So if you can just please introduce yourself to our audience and we're going to get the conversation started. This is what we do here at the Empower Lifestyle Podcast.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're at in the world. My name is George Lopez. I am the husband of my amazing wife, Shemaine, who is the host of this podcast this afternoon. I served over 30 years in the military. We have 7 children blended, we have 6 grandchildren. And I am a pickleball coach. I'm also a real estate agent and a gold and silver connoisseur. But for the purpose of this podcast today, I will be speaking in the capacity of a pickleball coach. And so I am looking forward to our interview, our podcast this evening. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are welcome. I actually had myself on mute, but you are welcome. I'm really grateful that we're having this conversation because we talk about this stuff all the time. Well, some stuff all the time. Today we're going to be talking specifically about the Health and Wellness Conference and
Hmm.
also your role as a pickleball coach.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I want to start with my first question to you is what is pickleball? Can you help us to by telling us what is pickleball so those people who may not know about pickleball can learn a little bit more about it?
Pickleball started around what 1965, but a lot of people didn't know about it. It took off around COVID 2020 when people were locked in, surprisingly. But right now, pickleball is the crave and the craze. Almost every community you go to, you hear pickleball being played. They've converted a lot of the tennis courts and basketball courts to pickleball courts. And it's been predicted that within the next couple of years, over 25 million people are going to be playing pickleball.
Oh, that's a lot
One
of
of the good things about pickleball is the it builds hand-eye coordination. It strengthens your joints. It strengthens your muscles. It strengthens your heart and lung coordinating because there's just so much cardio involved in it that once you get the target heart rate going, it improves your health because of the heart and the lung beating at a faster pace, which is good for the body. It also builds your social network. I mean, there's so many people from different background playing pickleball. It also strengthens your sportsmanship. There's just so many good things about pickleball. I've been playing it now for the last 5 years, thanks to you. I know you had introduced me to the game of pickleball. I did not like it just by watching it. You went, you started playing, you brought it to me, and the rest is history.
Now
I
you
am
play better than me, and you're a coach.
yeah, I'm taking it to another level, but I'll wait till you ask me those questions.
Yes. Well, I heard you say that pickleball is good for hand-eye coordination, and
Mhm.
over 25 million people will be playing it. Is that in the United States? Is that
Yes,
worldwide?
yes, that's right here in the United States. It
Wow.
has, yeah, it has taken off and continues to take off.
Who are some of the people that are playing pickleball these days? Who are those folks?
Well, a lot of the people who first started playing pickleball are, retirees basically, but it has trickled down to younger folks. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article yesterday that said that pickleball has now taken off in the collegiate level. It's being played a lot in colleges right now. And it's been predicted that the next Olympics, pickleball will be there. It will be, it'll be one of the sports at the next Olympics. And so I am so glad that I'm a part of it. I am so glad that some of my friends, some of my Coast Guard friends, actually, some of my yeah, Coast Guard retirees, teachers that are retired, firefighters that are retired. We all get to play at the YMCA. We get to play at the Riverfront. We get to play at ODU, the Marlin Club. I mean, all over Hampton Roads, we are playing. And I'm just so grateful that I've met a great amount of pickleball players in the Hampton Roads community, and we are growing by leaps and bounds. Great group of guys and gals.
Wow. So wow, that's really awesome. So it sounds to me like many community pickleball is in many communities these days, and
Hmm.
it's good to hear that it's also at the collegiate level. That's
Hmm.
really great, and it's possibly going to be one of the um, Olympic sport. That's
Hmm.
really awesome.
Hmm.
Is there a cost to entry be a pickleball player? Like, do you have to have what do you have to have in order to play pickleball?
Well, in order for you to play pickleball, you just got to show some interest. You could contact me, 410 I'll be glad to teach you the game. I am a pickleball coach. And so I coach individuals as well as group sessions. Depending on what level you are, depending on who you are, depending on where you at, will determine my price. But I usually charge anywhere from $40 to $50 an hour, and it's very negotiable depending on who the group is.
Oh, so
So
what I hear
far,
you saying is that you have group pricing, and
yes,
and if someone wants an individual, it's somewhere between $40 and $50 an hour. But
yes.
just going back to what if I'm just wanting to start playing pickleball, what do I need to have? What do I need to know about the game if I want to start? Because I know a lot of people are hearing about it, but they don't know what they need to know. So can you help us?
If you want to play, just know where it's being played and purchase the equipments that you need in order for you to play. For example, you can purchase a paddle, a pickleball paddle. You can purchase some balls, maybe one or two. Purchase, of course, a tennis shoe if you want to wear eye protection, which is required. You can do that. Knee protection, and go to a YMCA, go to Western Branch, one of the community centers in the area, go to ODU. Find a group or friends, individuals who play the game, and just tag along. But just be prepared to to play hardcore pickleball in these areas, because a lot of the folks in the area know how to play really well. But of course, you could start, just like any beginner, start at the beginner level. I can help you with that, and from there, I could teach you, or go to other coaches who can teach you to become more adept in the game. In other words, go from beginner to intermediate to professional.
Okay, so um, you need a pickleball
Hmm.
paddle.
Pickleball paddle.
You need a ball.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Some of the places, most of the places that you go to, they already have a ball. But yes, it'll be good to have an indoor as well as an outdoor ball, or maybe a couple.
Okay, and then I heard you say eyewear and knee wear.
Yes, yes, because pickleball is a fast growing sport. The ball is moving at such a fast pace. You want to protect your eyes. Unfortunately, we've had some injuries recently. So yes, we do recommend eye protection. We do recommend knee and elbow protection, because you might fall, and if you have that knee protection and your elbow protection and your eye protection, chances of injuries will not be as bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so so if someone wants to start playing pickleball, they just need to get a pickleball, a paddle, a ball, and find some place where they're playing pickleball, I hear.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and they should also get eyewear
Mhm.
and protect their knees and elbows if they choose
Mhm.
to do that.
Mhm.
Now, you're a pickleball coach. Can you tell me what goes into becoming a pickleball coach? Like, can anyone become a pickleball coach? And what are some of the areas that you had to become qualified in order to be a pickleball coach?
Anyone can become a pickleball coach if you're interested. What you got to do is increase your level anywhere between 3.5 and up. I believe that the levels right now are between 3.5 and 5.5. So if you are at 3.5, you can always apply with PPR, which is our professional pickleball registry. They are responsible for certification, education, and resources to becoming instructors with PPR, and taking your training to your community and elsewhere, so you can teach folks. But once you're interested and you get to the 3.5 level, you apply. They ask you to attend one of their practical sessions. You attend the practical sessions for about 6 hours. They grade you, they rate you, and that is followed by a written exam. The exam is not that it's not that bad. I mean, just about anybody can pass the exam if you're interested and you're gun ho about pickleball. You just got to apply yourself. And so once your practical session is good, then they will give you an evaluation. Once your written test is good, they will also, let you know what your score is, and based upon those two things, they will let you know where what your standing is, and you get your certification, and you go out there and you teach. You go out there and you teach. So I love it. If you do good on the tests, of course you have associate level, you have intermediate level, and you have the coaching level. If you want, you can always come back and take a retest if you didn't do that well, so you can get to the highest level. And once you get to the highest level, you can command the big bucks, which quite a few of our some of our coaches are doing. I am on my path to teaching a lot of people pickleball, not only in the Hampton Roads area, but around the world. And I'm going to wait till we get to those questions before I expound on that.
Well, thank you very much.
Mhm.
I really appreciate your candidness. That's really great. A lot of times people make it seem like you kind of have to be special in order to do something, and I'm grateful that you have presented it in such a way where people realize that it's attainable. It's not a goal that is unattainable, and it's possible for anyone to go and become the the coach that they want to be.
Hmm.
Um, Now, I heard you also mention something about levels. Can you expand on that? You have to be a 3.5 level. What does that mean?
That simply means that you've been playing pickleball for a while. Okay, the 3.5 level. You have 1.0, that's the beginning. Those are the beginners. And the more you play pickleball, the better you become, just like anything else. Right? The more you play, the better you become. So you go from a 1.0 to a 1.5 to a 2.0 to a 2.5, and you go to folks like myself, and we'll look at the way you play. You go to tournaments, other coaches are going to look at the way you play, and they will evaluate you. They will let you know what your rating is. But once you get to the 3.5 level, it opens up a lot of doors for you to play tournaments in the area, as well as going to different places to play. Because most places that have tournaments, they start at the 3.5 level and up, but it goes anywhere from 1.0 to 5.5.
Okay, and I'm hearing you say that that typically the grading system, it sounds like a
Mhm.
grading system. The grading system, the person can be graded by a pickleball coach. Do you grade yourself? How do if I say I've been playing for 5 years, even though I was introduced to the game 5 years ago, I wouldn't necessarily fall into a 3.5 or anything like that. So how does someone get the grading?
Yeah, I would recommend for you to go to tournaments.
Let me just clarify. It does. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying degrading. So, how does someone acquire a grade?
Yeah, if you were to, or anybody were to go to tournaments, apply to go to a tournament or tournaments, and you would ask one of the coaches, that's there to take a look at the way you play. You might play one game or two games, and they will take a look at the way you play. They will ask you questions, how long you've been playing, and based on the answers that you give that particular coach and the way you play, they will let you know, including the amount of games or the amount of tournaments that you've already played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
they will let you know what your grade
okay.
is.
Okay. So there's an assessment period. Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
that. So those folks who are playing out there for a while, they know. Um, what are some areas that people may, or some organizations that folks connect with in order to learn how to play pickleball, or to find a pickleball place where they can play in their area?
Say
I
that
heard
question
you say,
again.
well, I heard you say YMCA earlier, but what are some organizations or associations or maybe groups that people can join on Facebook, or groups they can join within their community where they may find pickleball being played outside the collegiate, if you're in a
Well,
college.
you could always go online and
Mhm.
look up, pickleball groups or pickleball associations within your city, within your area. You can find those groups. There might be a number associated with the association or that group. You could contact that person, contact the association, and just ask